Alright, today on DIYNate, I've got a couple different Jeep projects on my 2008 Jeep Compass Sport that I'm going to be working on, but for this video specifically, we're going to be replacing this marker light right here. It's a, kind of your turn signal light on the front. From what I've seen on other videos, and I am not a mechanic by any stretch, but I figured to make it easy on other people, I'm gonna actually be getting in here. I was hoping there is a way to get to this without having to pull back on the trim panel below, but from what I can tell, this the way this marker light is hooked on here, you can see kind of right back there. There's really no way to get to that those screws that are hiding back there without actually having to take this this front panel right here off. So I'm gonna have to pull it back a little so I can get in there, give myself a little bit of flexibility, and then hopefully with that I should be able to slide this light right out and then replace it with the marker light that I bought, about a $40 piece. The big issue for me is the trim here, or the plastic piece that goes on the front side. I actually bumped into somebody else's car, it popped right off, and didn't do any damage except for that. So again, for 40 bucks, not worth an insurance claim. Something I could probably handle pretty easily myself. The bulb doesn't come with it, so I'll just detach that and then plug that right back into the new marker light assembly and go from there. Okay, now I'm actually going to remove this 7mm. There are 3 of them. The screws here, 1, 2, 3, and see if I can get this front fender to give me a little bit of play so I can get my hand back there. I'm going to be trying to get up in this area so that I can get my hand behind to get to the marker light, push it out, detach the cord, and we'll see how that goes. I know there's some screws that actually keep this, that hold this on there, so I've got to be able to get to those screws to loosen them up so I can actually slide it forward. Alright, so it looks like I need to take off the front grille here a bit so I can get to it. I'm going to use a 10mm so that I can actually get into this thing. There's 2 screws, one right here and one over on this side. So I'm going to take both of these guys off, make short work of this. You won't see me do the whole thing because it's really hard to do it with one hand, but you get the idea. Okay, now for the next step, we're going to actually take a star. You can see this size here. I don't know sizes, but I think it's a T20. I've actually hooked it onto my Ryobi drill. I have plenty of options over here on sizes with stars, so this one I'm just going to give it a shot. I tested it and made sure it fits, so I'm also going to use a drill just to help me quickly pop these guys off. And maybe I go the right way this time. You can see it comes right off, pretty easy there. Make quick work out of this, save my hands, save my arms. A little bit of effort. Love this Ryobi drill. It's got the extra light, a little extra visibility, so you can kind of see where you're working on. You give the trigger a little bit of power. Again, I shamelessly plug Ryobi tools. I really like these tools. Cheap and inexpensive for a guy who's handy but not a professional grade like myself. So it works really well. Alright, so pulling these guys off here, making sure I set my screws and bolts and all that good stuff in that place where I'll remember where to find them. So just sticking these off to the side here. Alright. Okay, now that I've removed this 10mm screw from up here, I've actually got the flexibility now where I can pull back and pull out from the bumper, and now I can access what I need to get to, which is essentially this part right here. I'm going to get into these 3 screws right here to be able to remove this marker light assembly. I'm also going to take my bulb out in just a second as well. Alright, next up, simply detaching the bulb here. I'm trying to avoid scratching my cover and not pull this out more than I have to. And I'm doing this with one hand, so we'll see how it goes. Counterclockwise, one of these 2 should work. Okay, for this part, we're just going to remove the 3 screws. There's one here I've already taken off, another one there, and another one using the same Starhead T20 bit. So, and then after that we get this will take the assembly off. We're going to remove the bulb by turning counterclockwise, giving it a twist, and we should be good. Okay, I've twisted the bulb. I was able to get to 2 out of the 3 screws with my my drill driver combo, and then I've rotated the bulb. You don't want to put your hand on the bulb if you can help. Oil from your hands can cause problems with the bulb, so you want to try and avoid touching the bulb directly. So we'll take the third screw out. Okay, now that we've gotten the third screw out, the assembly should come out fairly easily. And you can kind of see how it looks right there. We've got the abscess ready to receive the new part. And so that's pretty simple. We'll grab this part out of our box. Ordered the part, $42 or so from a local company over here. They were able to order it up for me and get it taken care of. I'm sure I could have bought it online as well, but I was buying some other used parts at the same time, so let them take care of that for me. Comes with an assembly that looks something like this. So we'll just pop that guy back in there. Should look very nice. Okay, there are a couple of grooves where it just slides right in, so pretty easy on that part. I'm about to pop the bulb in and then turn counterclockwise, and then we'll put our screws right back on. Okay, so actually it seemed a little easier to put the bulb in from this side. You just turn and rotate, and then there's a couple grooves that I'm going to line up right here on the top side. You see that little plastic piece. There's also one on the bottom side. If you can get a look at that from that side, you make sure those slide into their slits, and that guides it right in place. And so now everything is ready to go. I'm going to put those 3 T20 screws back in on this side, and then reassemble everything. That's pretty much the name of the game on this one. Alright, thanks a lot for watching the DIYNate video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.